The debate is still raging on regarding the possible transgressions that Maverick Vinales committed that led to him being suspended from the Austrian Grand Prix. The general consensus is that he over-revved his engine and that could have caused damage to the Yamaha M1 bike. However, the question has been raised by many as to whether this warranted such a drastic action from Yamaha. 9-time world champion Valentino Rossi has now wondered the same, as quoted by GP1. I'm your host Dillon Shelley, and first up on Moto World, Valentino Rossi expected worse from Maverick Vinales' video. Rossi began by speaking about Petronas leaving MotoGP. They didn't say anything to me. I think they will talk about it in the next races. It would be a shame because we are talking about a very important sponsor for all the World Championship. I hope they resolve things. He then addressed the video showing Maverick Vinales hitting the rev limiter a few times during the final few laps of the Styrian Grand Prix. I saw the video and I expected worse. He went to the limiter a bit, he gave 2 or 3 revs, but I don't know if he did more than I saw. He then gave his opinion on Vinales' actions. It was certainly a bad gesture, but not that extreme. It is always difficult to understand what happened when you are not inside. He signed off by suggesting that there could be a bit more to it, and that Vinales' actions during the Styrian Grand Prix was just the culmination of things that have been building up previously. Maybe there were already some disagreements, and that was the straw that broke the camel's back. Maybe there is something else behind it. Fast feed. It's official, Vinales Racing Team, headed by Maverick Vinales' father, won't continue with Yamaha in the FIM Supersport 300 World Championship. Team Rookie in the World SSP 300 category has decided unilaterally to break the union deal with Yamaha Racing. Pramac Johann Zarco expected to feel better in the race. The conditions that occurred on the track during the race made it difficult for him. He doesn't think he was stupid for crashing. It can happen. The last part of the race with wet conditions at the end was a lottery, and he can say that he's still in the race for the championship. Sure, someone like Darryn Binder, if he's got the opportunity to switch to MotoGP, why not, argued Ducati's Jack Miller. Miller further thinks that Darryn has got balls, that's for certain, and he's got skill, that's for certain, so sure. World Superbike Championship contender Toprak Razgatlioglu has explained that everyone has the dream of being in MotoGP. He knows that, but he hasn't had that dream for many years now. He knows that for him, MotoGP is like a galaxy, and maybe he could have a bike, but for him personally, it's better to be a champion in superbikes. That's the dream. KTM's Brad Binder feels that the really positive thing about the last few races is that he could see the bike was capable of this, and the only thing he needed to work on was himself. He added that it's always great to have a teammate like Miguel Oliveira that's super fast, and it keeps you on your toes. In the end, he thinks it makes him a better rider for sure. VR46's Luca Marini has stated that it was the right choice to not swap bikes, so he's very happy that he was clever and could think it well. It's just a pity that the last 3 corners I was really close to the podium. I gave my 100%, but the last lap was really full wet and very difficult to ride the bike, Marini added. Team manager of Repsol Honda Alberto Puig has pointed out that obviously the final result was not good, with Marc Marquez crashing soon after swapping bikes. But if we look at Marc's race, we can see that even if he had disadvantages, he was able to go with the top riders and stay with them in the dry. That's important for Marc Marquez, and also very important for the Repsol Honda team, because we understand that he is returning to his real potential. Do you still see Johann Zarco as a championship contender? Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you liked this video, feel free to subscribe and check out my others for all the latest in the world of MotoGP.